The AAC update is finally here. It's crazy that the Christmas winter update is in the next year. We've waited so long and it's finally here, and they released an entire log of what the update's gonna be with every single new feature in it. They haven't released it just yet. They're gonna release it today. As soon as this video is released, it's gonna be released in a couple of hours at 8 p.m. EST, but they released the update log just a bit more early, so I'm gonna run down with it with you guys and just give you my opinions about it. So the biggest thing about this update is the new 2 sub areas. Now, it's interesting that they put sub area, and that's really got me thinking, like, what do they mean by sub area, right? Now, I obviously saw some sneaks regarding a sewer, so I think I'm gonna predict it right now. There's gonna be like a sewer area in Area 3, right? Now, when they say sub, I'm gonna think, right, because they didn't mention in Area 4, I'm gonna think there's 2 options you can choose after defeating the Bone Drake, or even maybe instead of going to the dungeon, you go into these different other sub areas, right? So maybe we all begin in this forest, and then we choose which area we want to go in for Area 2. I don't know what is confirmed, but I'm very speculative. Moving on, we have 20 plus achievements and 10 plus boons added. Now, these are obviously because of the new sub areas, and as seen in the past, good boons and achievements go hand in hand, because to unlock these very strong boons, you need to do very certain, sometimes challenging achievements to unlock them. Now, I have no idea what these boons or achievements could possibly be, but I am very hyped for the possible build combinations that these new boons unlock, and I'm sure everyone is excited, especially the achievement hunters, because there's a lot more achievements coming to the game, so everyone be hyped. 15 plus encounters and 50 plus items added to the game. Now, yes, these are probably also in the new sub areas that they're gonna add to the game in like Area 3. And to be honest, I have seen some of the new items, and to be honest, the armor sets look sick. Shout out to Nom Nom, he's a great modeler, man. He is carrying the game, alright? So be very excited for that. For the many items though, like the ingredients and stuff, I don't really have a clue to as what it is, because I'm sure if they were to leak some, we could probably decipher what enemy they drop from. But honestly, I don't care. Honestly, these are all very great news, and I'm just so hyped. I can't wait to play the game. One of the biggest things about this update is that there's going to be a new class. Yes, new class, and it's going to be a bard, okay? And it's already locked and loaded with 2 new subclasses, so I'm already hyped. I can't wait to play with it, experiment with builds, okay? I can't wait. Now, it's probably obviously going to be a support class, and to be honest, I was actually there in the Discord in general, chatting with people about a potential bard subclass, so I don't know if any of those people actually took and ran with that idea and gave it to the devs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very hyped, and I can't possibly think of what the 2 subclasses might be. I'm thinking like maybe the 2 subclasses use different instruments like a trumpet or a drum. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm very hyped. Another huge thing is that they're adding a new stat called Charisma, which is insane because they've never added a new stat for the game up until now. And it's pretty obvious this is what's the stat that bard is going to be scaled off of, because, music has effects on people, and then, musicians have a charisma around them, right? The real question is, how is this stat going to act independently away from bards? Will there be builds like warrior to go strength, defense, and also charisma? I'm really interested on what charisma can do by itself without bard scaling off of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what other uses it has, because I really can't think, you know what I'm saying? Because we already have crit chance, speed, defense, attack. What else could there be that could affect your general character? I'm very hyped. Now, the final content updates are going to be all maps redesigned and all encounters redesigned. Now, for all the maps being redesigned, I have seen some sneaks, and to be honest, the modelers have done an amazing job. Shout out Nom Nom again. You know what I'm saying? They all look a lot more modern, but they still haven't lost that fantasy and original AAC feeling aesthetic, okay? So don't be afraid. The game is still the same old game that you love. Now, for enemies encounters redesign, I'm very interested in how that's going to be. Will they have added new features for how we fight and interact with people? That remains to be seen, okay? They haven't confirmed it, they haven't denied it, okay? So stay hyped. Now, I think this overall just means a redesign for a lot of enemies and like general dialogue options, because I have seen in some leaks in the previous server, before it got nuked, some insane remodels for some monsters and some items, and I'm very hyped for that, okay? And yes, sadly, the old server did actually get nuked. Apparently, I think iBlizz clicked on a scam link or something, and that's why, someone got access to his account and just started nuking everything. Very sad. That's why if you look in the new Discord for the game, completely empty. There's nothing in the leaks. Very sad, all right? But there was leaks, okay? There was leaks. I'm not making this up. Overall, the update has given us a new class, 2 new areas, a bunch of items, a bunch of new enemies, a bunch of remodels, just a huge boatload of content, and I am so ready and excited for it. I hope you guys are excited as well, all right? And to be honest, there's nothing else left to say in this video, okay? We've looked at the logs, we speculated together. There's really nothing else to make this video any longer. So, what I'm saying? I'm just going to send you off, guys. What I'm saying? I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. I'm going to be streaming this game, actually. Or actually, I don't know. I mean, I might be playing this game. I don't know. But I got midterms coming up, so it's a bit iffy. But, what I'm saying? I'll be seeing you guys in the Discord playing, what I'm saying? I hope to see everyone playing the new update and just telling us how your experience was in the comments, okay? I am so hyped. Comment down below what you might think the new update might have, like the Bard subclasses, what kind of new enemies they might have, what the new areas might be. Just comment down what you think about this new update and how hyped you are. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and the next video will be about the update, of course. I'll be doing a playthrough of it, and possibly streaming it. Who knows? But yeah, just have a good day, guys, and I hope to see you guys playing the game today, which is by the time I upload this video in 1 hour. So stay hyped.